We fight against environmental crimes.
Welcome to Environment channel. Today we are discussing the environmental crime and the COVID connection. Environmental crimes are widely recognized as among some of the most profitable forms of transitional crime activity. The monetary value was estimated in 2016 at between 91 to 259 billion dollars annually. Most likely the fourth largest criminal area in the world after drugs, counterfeits, and human trafficking. The estimate corresponded to a 26% increase compared to 2014, with the rate of such crimes expected to further increase by 5 to 7% annually. The illegal wildlife trade is an industry worth staggering USD 20 billion per year, source UNEP Interpol report. The rise of the environmental crime, the profits ranks alongside those from trafficking of humans, small arms and drugs. Unfortunately, environmental crime profits are high and the risk of prosecution remains low, so it has become a source of easy money for organized crime groups. As per the wild, as per the World Customs Organization illicit trade report in 2018, Customs Administration from 47 countries reported case of wildlife smuggling amounting to 2727 seizures of flora and fauna. Traffickers were discovered smuggling 59.150 pieces of 364,956 kilograms of various flora and fauna. Nearly all countries were implicating as a known intended origin, transit, or destination point. This illustrates the gravity of the man-made damage of the world has to deal with in the decades to come. Studies in the movement of wildlife contraband depict the demand and supply pattern. Being rich in a biodiversity, the Indian subcontinent, Africa, South America are found to be the most vulnerable regions for wildlife crimes and trafficking. In most cases, China is identified as the destination. Rhino homes, ivory, live pangolins, and its scale, turtles, and testosterone snake and snake skin, mangoes, sea horse, and sea cucumber, crocodile skin, procurpins, and so on the trafficked in substantial quantity from various natural habitats across the world. There is a there is a COVID connection between the wildlife and wildlife and the COVID-19. This is a whole in COVID-19 is one of the countless emerging infection diseases that are zoonotic, meaning they originate in the animals. About 75% of the emerging infectious disease are zoonotic, accounting for billions and billions of people illness and millions of deaths annually across the globe. The fact that the coronavirus likely came from a wild animal market in China makes the wonder about the factory farms of the countries like US. It is not the same, but the animals in these farms are also packed very close together. Should the coronavirus crisis prompt us to revise how we think about meat production here too? Conservationists have been working for years to end the wildlife trade or enforce strict regulations to ensure that it is conducted in a way that do not threaten a species survival. Initially, though, the focus was stemming the decline of threatened species, but today it is evident that this trade also harms humans. This is not sufficient in view terminating the damaging the dangerous trade in wildlife, but require connected global pressure on the governments that allow it, plus international campaigns to help in the demand that drives such trade. Without cultural change, the likely outcomes will be relaxed ban or expansion of illegal wildlife trafficking or meant in global health called One Health. It is the idea that human health is connected to health of our animals, pets, livestock, wildlife, and our ecosystems and other societies. All these things are connected, and we have to look at these borders, drivers, because that's going to get the root of the issue. Otherwise, we are constantly just mopping up problems that are going to keep erupting again and again. According to Interpol UNEP trade report, illegal activities that involve in the environment, biodiversity, and natural resources are often lucrative and involve comparatively low risk for criminals. Environmental crimes have previously not been regarded as a priority in some countries, resulting in lack of appropriate governmental response. An individual livelihood, communities' safety, a nation's economy, all these things are at the risk from the efforts of environmental crime. From the sorry, all these are at risk from the effects of environmental crime. But there are ways that you can help. Responsible choices will stop the demand and will help to stop environmental crime in its tracks. Thank you very much.